Jeffrey says that he's too tired to exercise.
I'm too sore. I went to the gym last month and my muscles hurt and I'm busy and I'm tired and I didn't sleep well. I'll just skip the gym today, but I'll definitely go tomorrow.
Jeffrey doesn't go tomorrow. When I started exercising, there was a problem. I conveniently always felt too tired to exercise on my leg days. And so I'd end up skipping days from my workout routine. I didn't realize that there was an important mindset that all fit guys have. Adonis is never too tired to visit the House of Iron. With max level discipline and willpower skills, Adonis never skips a workout. Why would he? That's the most fun part of his day. Jeffrey's been reading the Red Pill for a while now. It's time. It's time. Jeffrey makes his own Red Pill YouTube channel.
4 things confident men do that most men don't. 3 things alpha males never tell women.
Younger Hamza fell down the Red Pill YouTube rabbit hole and he got stuck there for a while.
Yeah, these hoes never put a woman on the pedestal. Okay, now time to spend 2 hours watching videos about women.
Adonis doesn't waste his time learning how to attract women from YouTube. He was raised to be strong, masculine, and a gentleman. That combination makes Adonis irresistible to women. Jeffrey thinks he's already found his true passion. He's content with his video games, chili heatwave Doritos, and stepsister videos. But he doesn't know that future Jeffrey's going to look back in shame. When I was younger, I felt directionless. I didn't know what to do with my life. I graduated from university just like everyone else told me to. But then I was supposed to figure it all out by myself. And so I started applying for jobs. But the issue was that I couldn't qualify for the jobs that actually seemed aligned to my passion. And the only jobs that I could get were the entry-level customer service ones that made me cry. Adonis discovered his passion through years of exploration, directionless trials and tribulations. Adonis trusted the process, and he came out of it a passionate man. He lives his life according to his own values, and that is a life worth living indeed. Jeffrey fails the test.
Men should be more feminine. Look, girls, I'm a pussy too. Masculinity's so toxic. You're a white male.
Jeffrey doesn't understand why he's acting like this. He doesn't want to be feminine, but it might get him laid, and so he continues. But it backfires. When I was younger, I felt directionless. Should I try to act like the alpha male, or should I be like the pretty fuckboy? Or should I try to be her friend first and then maybe I can get laid? I didn't have a clue what my authentic personality was, and so I would shape shift to try to fit in wherever I went. But just like Jeffrey, I didn't understand that this would only make me less attractive than remaining authentic. Adonis doesn't fall for the puny women's shit tests. He never has to change his personality because he would rather only be accepted by the people who genuinely compliment him. And so Adonis remains masculine and assertive, staying authentic to himself. And that makes him liked more than ever. Jeffrey rationalizes his addiction.
Video games are good for you because they improve your coordination and your memories and your reflexes. And also this is productive because I'm training to be an esports athlete. And it's not a waste of time because I only play for 1 hour a day, I promise.
But he doesn't realize that he's spending more than 30 hours a week playing his video games. Jeffrey's using the virtual world to escape from reality. Video games have been a part of my life since I was around 8 years old playing RuneScape on our old family computer. I was always consumed by RuneScape. Why? I was only allowed to play for 1 hour a day. But around the clock, my mind would be thinking about RuneScape. And I realized why this was the case recently. And it's really, really sad. Adonis levels up in real life instead of the virtual world. Whilst other men conquer challenges and explore in video games, Adonis goes on real life adventures. He sees and experiences things that only few men have. He collects artifacts and gold and swords. Adonis looks around at the men, no, the boys of today, consumed by the pixels on their screens. And he wonders why they don't just play the game of life instead. Uh-oh, Jeffrey's getting horny. You know what that means. Nah, Jeffrey doesn't go on Pornhub. He's too far gone for that basic. Jeffrey goes onto 4chan to find his special videos. He doesn't realize how much better off he'd be if he got onto NoFap, but some men, just like Jeffrey, don't want to improve. Let me walk you through my unfiltered jackathons. I'd wake up late on the weekends and immediately grab my phone. I'd start scrolling through Reddit with morning breath and I'd go through the memes and political posts, the funny videos and the interesting articles, and oh, look, a not safe for work post. Don't mind if I do. Ah yes, the r/stacked subreddit, a gentleman's classic. I'm going in. I go on the subreddit, post after post. I'm dry humping my bed sheets at this point. Someone's linked this porn star's own subreddit. I'm going deeper into the rabbit hole. First nut of the day conquered within 20 minutes of waking. I fuck around for a while scrolling on Reddit, playing Summoner's War on my phone, looking at gym girls' glute workouts on Instagram. Time for round 2. Straight onto Pornhub. Remember that Latina maid video where the guy just keeps handing her money to undress? Yeah, let me spend 30 minutes trying to find that one particular video and it end up being in 360p. Still, I get the second nut of the day. And of course, the third nut comes at nighttime following Jeffrey's nighttime routine.
I can't sleep without fapping.
What a sad life. Adonis. Adonis looks around in shame at the men of today. He sees fat, lazy, undisciplined, unambitious, weak men who overindulge in instant gratification. He's let down. But there is hope. Adonis notices a small group of men growing larger and larger. This group of men say "F*** you" to the researcher when they're offered the first marshmallow in the experiments. And even the second marshmallow. We don't want that sugary shit. We're fasting. We're on a dopamine detox. We do nofap and we meditate and we read and we journal. Adonis smiles. He's impressed. Jeffrey starts his workout routine. 3 sets of 10 hate comments on YouTube, followed by 120 seconds of edging looking at fit girls on Instagram, supersetted with 5x5 mean comments on their photos. Jeffrey's the type of guy to make fun of you because you started going to the gym. Like, how does that even make sense? You probably have friends like this, friends who mock you for doing something productive. Guess what, bro? They're not your friends, and you're only hanging out with them because you don't respect yourself. I used to see girls share Facebook posts that said, "Oh, guys with abs, or I bet I'll get abs, and then they'll finally like me." I did a 6-pack abs challenge, like the shitty infographics that you see on Instagram, and I did that for 2 days. Still no abs. Then I quit. It was years later when I started working out properly, and I tried so many different exercises, and eventually I found the ones that make you look the best. Adonis has a godly physique, but he did things differently. Adonis noticed the weird exercises that lesser men would do, and he'd help each and every one of them. Soon he had a tribe of brothers that he could muzz with. That's the peak of human existence. Jeffrey gives up before he even starts.
It's too late. The market for this business is too saturated. If I was only one of the first, no, I'm not going to start lifting weights either because I should have started when I was younger.
For a long time, I felt behind in life. I graduated from university with a shitty degree that didn't make me eligible for any good jobs. And so I went down the entrepreneur route. But I felt pressure. I'm 22, I should be making, some money. All of my friends are in somewhat decent careers. They have nice cars and clothes, and I feel behind and directionless. Open your mouth, bro. Adonis. Adonis has fond memories of his early adult years. He didn't have everything figured out. He was still learning, exploring, trying new things, seeing how he could create an impact in this world. He saw how everyone his age would stress out about where they were in life. They just needed the same mindset as him. Jeffrey is like the male version of the women who hate all men. He hates all women. He was given a choice to be better or to be bitter, and he chose to be bitter. Jeffrey jacks off to the girls who rejected him on Instagram.
Those sluts, I hate them. They can't say no to me. They have to sleep with me. I don't care if that's someone's sister or daughter. I know. I'll send her a dick pic. That'll work.
It doesn't work. Jeffrey is the type of guy who constantly sends abusive messages to your girlfriend or your sister. Don't be like Jeffrey. When I was a little younger, I never thought about the green or red flags to look out for. I'm not gonna lie, I just didn't have standards. I had been quite unattractive and awkward around girls that when I finally started to attract some women, I jumped straight in. But this is a huge problem that a lot of guys face. You have to have respect for yourself. I'd literally fall in love with girls that I just met from nightclubs and dirty university student parties. Let me describe these parties to you, these student parties, just so you know what kind of girl I was meeting as well as what kind of guy I was. You get to the student house at 10 p.m. and the girl who invited you hugs you. Okay, so far so good. You enter the kitchen and there's around 12 people here. Straight away you see a white guy smelling his keys. I wonder why he's smelling his key. Is it like a aftershave thing? Oh, there's a bunch of girls here and they're dressed pretty slutty. The music gets louder. The white guys are dancing to house music. The one black guy is your savior. He doesn't fit in either. Every time a new girl comes to the party, all the current girls scream in this high-pitched noise.
Oh my God, Sarah! I haven't seen you since yesterday. Oh, did you get the cat?
Why is everyone smelling their keys? And then you hear it. That's the sound of a balloon being filled up with laughing gas. And you hear the metal canister fall to the floor. It's a stampede. Soon everyone rushes to the person who's handing out balloons. Everyone's his best friend for the next 2 minutes. Just like everyone becomes your friend when you have chewing gum in school. You make eye contact with one of the girls. She'll suck your dick for a crumb of MDMA. Deal or no deal. That's the type of place I was meeting the love of my life from. Don't make the same mistake as me, bro. Understand the green flags of high quality women and always be on the lookout for them. Adonis expects only the best. He has ultra high standards for the women who enter his life. That makes him even more attractive. But it wasn't always like that. Adonis thinks back to his early adult years. Just like you, he made mistakes. He didn't have the experience or the wisdom to look out for the right green flags. But over time, Adonis became a fine judge of character, a very important skill indeed. Jeffrey teases you for going to sleep early.
Look, everyone, he has a bedtime. What a loser. Who goes to sleep at this time?
But you get a great night of sleep, whilst Jeffrey's still online gossiping on Discord and playing Valorant. 4 a.m. rolls around and Jeffrey finally gets into bed, but he can't sleep without fapping first. Jeffrey refuses to ever try to improve his sleep. He doesn't realize how important it is not only for health, but more importantly for aesthetics. By the time Jeffrey actually falls asleep, you wake up nice and early to start your morning workout. Jeffrey will find some way to insult you for this, but for now, he's dreaming about his favorite thing. I made some great progress when I first started lifting weights and building muscle, but that was because I was living at home with family, and the only bad habits I was doing was playing video games. But even then, I wouldn't play late. I'd always be in bed at 9 p.m. Fantastic. Until I went to university and became a degenerate, and it got worse and worse. I was still making gains, but my rate of growth must have been so much slower than if I had just prioritized my sleep. By my second year of university, this is what a normal day would look like. I'd wake up on some days at 11 a.m. and some other days, I'm not lying, I'd wake up at 6 to 9 p.m. depending on how up I got last night. If I went out to a nightclub or a party, we'd start getting lit around 10 p.m. Pre-drinking, taking drugs like crackheads. We'd go out and have fun till around 2 a.m. That's when the fun stops. But we carry on. The club closes at 3 a.m. All of the crackheads who stayed in the club till the very end are escorted out of the club by the bouncers, and we all just wander the streets like we have no place to be. Until you hear it. The beautiful words,
"I'm having an after party."
Ah, yes. We go to some dirty student house. It's 4 a.m. at this point, and call the dealer to get more drugs. Soon the drugs arrive and everyone's happy and friendly for the next 20 minutes. And then people start leaving. The attractive girls would always leave first. Then the popular athlete kind of guys would leave. Then the normal people, including me, would go back home, leaving just the total crackheads who had serious problems to continue. We'd get back to my place at around 7 to 8 a.m. We'd literally see healthy university students going to class at this time, and we're like the creatures of the night. I'd usually get back to my place with the girl. It's literally 11 a.m. and we sleep. We wake up at 7 p.m, order food from Deliveroo, and at 10 p.m. we do it all over again. Adonis understands the importance of sleep more than most. He looks around at the men of today who voluntarily choose weakness over strength. He tries to help them, but they don't want his help. He doesn't understand it. Adonis rests so that his energy can be replenished. Then he can be ready for another day of conquering challenges and helping people. It seems like the average man doesn't want this, and that's crazy. And then Adonis sees you. A young man on the pursuit of his self-improvement. A young man who's actively trying to better his sleep. Adonis nods his head in respect. Muscle isn't built from lifting weights. Muscle is built by recovering from lifting weights. And the only way we truly recover is through sleep.